Guys, and welcome back to my channel. We're about to start episode 4 of The Princess and Her Bodyguard. It's Asher to the rescue as he comes racing after you. How will you both respond when you're reunited? And how will you spend your last night in the city of love? Tyra, she could be anywhere by now. I'll have to alert the security team. Oh, Asher, I was just coming to look at the Mona Lisa with you. Tyra, where were you? Actually, never mind that. Are you okay? More than okay, Asher. Look what I have. French cream puffs. They're almost as good as the ones back home. This girl reminds me of a child, like a dumb one, a dumb kid. Seriously, Tyra? What? Like, I'm glad that she's perfectly fine and like he genuinely did just want to show her cream puffs. But girl, like you can't be this stupid. I was worried sick, princess, and her living in a castle is no excuse. Like, come on now, you still get taught things in life. Like what? You have access to the internet, you know everything that goes on in the world. Like, just stop. You can't just wander off without me. I mean, but like she could go by her somewhere by herself, but like to go with a stranger, you should have said nah, hell nah, and just walked away. Like, I don't care for no cream puff. What? I have to stay by your side 24/7? You're my guard, Asher, not my babysitter. Well, obviously you need one because you act like one. It doesn't matter, princess. Don't you see? It's my job to keep you safe since you can't keep your own self safe like everybody else in the world. I need you safe. Just please don't do that to me again. I'm sorry, Asher. I wasn't thinking. When do you ever? I didn't mean to worry you. Seeing the look in Asher's eyes made me realize two things. One, I really messed up, but not only that, I've been irresponsible. How am I supposed to prove to my parents I'm responsible enough to marry for love when I'm not even being responsible about my own safety? Exactly. Honestly, her parents are right. I take everything that I said, honestly, yeah, her parents are right. She's stupid. And two, Asher cares about me, as in really cares for me. And although I won't be doing anything anytime soon to replicate this look in his eyes, it's enough knowing that the feelings behind them are there. Hey, look, I'm here. I'm okay. With your cream puff. Of course, you'd be able to find one. Please, the cream puffs find me. So, you were worried about me. Of course I was. Good to know. I'm glad you're taking your job so seriously, Asher. Right, my job. Well, since I'm so bad at it, I guess someone should be concerned about my safety, right? Girl, I always keep you safe, Tyra. I know. I'm so glad to have you. You want me to spend gems just to say that? I don't need you smothering me, whatever. I know, but I don't need you protecting me all the time. I want to have some freedom. You're a princess traveling the world, Tyra. As much as you may wish otherwise, you can't just blindly trust anyone and run off wherever you please. I need you to trust me, princess. Trust that I know what's best for you on this. Okay. Sorry to interrupt, but I need to know. How are you enjoying the cream puff? It's amazing. I can't thank you enough. Great, that'll be 500 euros. And now she just got hustled. So is that a good price or it wasn't a free sample? No, that's not a good price and it's not so. Girl, it wasn't a free sample. Oops. Well, that's something you can trick off your bucket list, princess. The world's most expensive cream puff. Hey, I'm really sorry. I know, princess. I don't know what I'd do if something happens to you. Can we please move on? Like, how many times are we going to bring this up? Okay, it's done. It's over with. Nothing happened to her. Don't ever do it again. Let's move on because I'm sick of talking about it. Where I'm not gonna baby no grown ass woman. This is getting on my nerves. This isn't cute at all, actually. I don't know who would think it would be. I mean, I'm sure you would know what to do. Those 6 years of guard training had to have taught you something, right? I suppose. But for now, I'm relieved I don't have to use anything I've learned. You're safe. That's all that matters. What was your training like? We've not really had the chance to talk about it since you've been back. Tough, honestly, but it's necessary for it to be that way. If I am to one day take over for my father as head of the royal guard. What? You're going to be the head guard? Being made head of the royal guard will be a huge honor for Asher, but his words made my heart sink. A part of me always hoped that one day Asher wouldn't be a guard, that maybe he'd give it all up so that we. Of course, he wants to be in the Royal Guard. The whole reason we went through 6 years of training was so that he could follow in his father's footsteps. He wouldn't give that up for you, especially with how much has changed between us. You're quiet, Princess. I hope you're not working on a new escape plan. No, Asher. It's not you that I want to escape from. My life, on the other hand? What do you mean, Princess? I have no freedom at the palace. Everything is decided for me. I'd hope that I get to at least marry for love, but now even that decision is out of my hands. Don't get me wrong, I love being a princess, but I have no free will. I think that's why I've been pushing back against the itinerary so much. Dreaming about traveling the world is what kept me sane all these years. And in my dreams, I had control. I could be completely free and go wherever I wanted. So it's been tough to come to terms with my dream trip being as controlled as my life at the palace. Especially since once I return home, this fleeting freedom will be taken away tenfold. If I had the chance, I will run away and start my own bakery, keep traveling the world as long as I can, or stay at the palace but make changes. Honestly, I would keep traveling the world for as long as I could. I want to experience the world. Sorry, I know you probably think I'm ungrateful. Of course not, Tyra. I understand more than you know. Do you really think my life at training was any different to how it was at the palace? I might be allowed to choose who I marry, but my life is as scripted as yours, Tyra. I've had my father's expectations weighing on my shoulders for as long as I remember, as well as the expectations of the king and queen. I'm just glad that my training is over. I might have a heavy duty to fill now and not much of a life on my own, but at least I get to see you every day. That was the worst part of the past 6 years, not being able to see you. You could have written me letters, Asher. I wrote to you. I tried, Tyra, but no words on paper could have been enough. I didn't realize Asher felt as trapped as I do in royal life. No matter how loudly the world says that he and I are different, we always prove to each other that we're more alike than I should. Reconnect with Asher over our shared experiences or say I was happier before he came back. So I'm just gonna pick the second option, even though I know that this is not gonna be the next dialogue. Cause y'all really trying it. Everything's been so crazy since you came back from training. My whole life has turned up. I miss the simpler times then. Back when we were kids and we didn't have to worry about any of this. Me too, princess. I'm sorry for pushing the itinerary so much. The last thing I want is for you to feel controlled by me. From now on, we can relax the schedule slightly and be more spontaneous. I like that. I wonder what plans Asher has for us this evening. He promised to be more spontaneous. Hopefully that means we're doing something fun and not just eating dinner at the hotel restaurant. There's no sense in dressing up if I don't know what our plans are. Can I come in, princess? Yes. Are you ready for a spontaneous evening, princess? Of course. Where are you taking me? I think you'll be proud of me, princess. I've made reservations for us at the hotel restaurant. Um, that sounds nice. I mean, that's nice. That sounds nice. I'm just messing with you. How does a moonlight walk around the scene sound? Seriously, it sounds perfect. Do you mean it? Of course. I want you to experience the city of lights the way you've been dreaming to. But what about the risk? I thought you said you wouldn't be able to handle a crowd that large by yourself. I did, but if that's what makes you happy, we'll make it work. I'll protect you, Tyra, I promise. What do you say? I'm just gonna say yes and have the perfect evening with Asher. Because I do really want to go sightseeing. Yes, Asher, I trust you. What are you waiting for? Let's go. Isn't it beautiful, Asher? Very. It's even better than we dreamed it would be. Thank you for bringing me here. What is it? I just, I'm scared, Asher. What? Why? Is someone bothering you out? No, Asher, it's nothing like that. I'm just scared about the future. In 2 months, everything changes. I'll be married and you'll be in the Royal Guard. And I'm terrified that you mean if I'm terrified that you meant it when you said that we should keep our distance from each other. Today with you has been amazing. It's felt like the old us. And now that I have that back again, I'm scared to let it go. Tyra, change means please say that nothing changes, Asher. I want us to be together no matter what. I want that, princess. I really do, but it's complicated. Things will be very different once I'm officially in the Royal Guard. It won't be proper for us to be so close. Screw being proper. I don't care about that. I don't care about what anyone else thinks. I want you in my life, Asher, even if I have to change every rule in the book for that to happen. I can't live my life pretending not to care about you. Nor are you. What we have is worth fighting for, Asher. Is it a French thing to store locks on bridges? No, girl, they're love locks. No, princess, they're love locks. Couples write their names on a lock and add it to the bridge as a symbol of their love for each other. Legend has it that doing so ensures your love lasts forever. That's so romantic. Hey, Asher. Yes. Have you ever thought about adding a lock to the bridge? It seems like something worthy of being in our dream trip plans. I haven't thought about it. Usually it's only romantic couples who add locks, and well, I always plan to come here with you. We should do it, Asher, as a mark of our everlasting bond. After all, we just agreed to fight for it. Let's put a love lock on that bridge to symbolize it. Are you sure, Tyra? Don't you want to wait and come back with someone you can really be with? I really could be with you. Let Asher know you want him and attach a love lock. I'm here with you, Asher. You'll always be the person who means the most to me. I want to do this with you. Well, that is as long as you want to do it with me. I love to, princess. Now we'll always be in each other's lives, Tyra. Well, that was cute. Come on, let's go back to the hotel. We've had a long day, Tyra. Make sure you get a good night's rest. Tomorrow we fly to New York. New York, New York, New York. The very place. Wait, what about you though? What about me? How will you get a good night's rest if you're sleeping on an uncomfortable bed? Don't worry about me. I'll be alright. Asher has done so much for me. I want to show him how much I care about him. Besides, I don't want the night to be over yet. I'm just going to invite him to share the beds. You could always share my bed. What? Why not? Like you said, we both really need a good night's sleep. So it only makes sense that we're both sleeping somewhere comfortable enough for that to happen. Tyra, come on, Asher. It'll be just like sleepovers we used to have when we were kids. I concur, sweetie. It's gonna be very different because we're not kids anymore. Only this time I won't force you to make me a blanket fort. You better not. So what do you say? Okay. But only if you're comfortable with it. I am. Okay, well, I'll go get ready for bed then. I'll meet you between the sheets, Asher. Tyra, what? Hi. You sound nervous, princess. What happened to your confidence from before? I'm not nervous. What should I have to be nervous about? His eyes glint at me in the darkness as his hand finds mine. You're rambling, Tyra. Let's get some sleep. Wait, Asher. I really did miss you while you were away. Like, really, really. Really, really. Well, Tyra, I really, really miss you too. But we're together again now. You don't have to worry about anything. Okay. Good night, Tyra. Good night. Feelings are stirring between you and Asher, but will anything come close of them? I hope so. And what will happen in New York? Drama. Keep reading to find out. Okay, guys, so that was the end of this chapter. It was cute. I did a couple of choices just to see how well they actually bond and to see if Asher really actually cares. And he does, he just feels like he has to keep a profession or, keep a little look to himself. But we all know that I'm going to be tearing down that little exterior that he's got. But everything will fold more in the next chapter. So until then, thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.